Psst. Hey, check out my Patreon. Link in the description. Bye-bye.
Hey. What on earth do you think you're doing? Stop at once. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. I mean, what were you thinking? Chopping down all these trees, Who am I? I think what's more important is who are you? And who gave you the right to do this? Look, I don't know what kingdom you hail from or what brought you here, but you can't just chop as you like. No matter how much you're getting paid, these forests are sacred. They provide habitat for so many creatures and mythical beings. And I've guarded these forests for centuries. We have a treaty with all nations in order to protect our livelihoods. So, whatever this is, it has to stop. It has to stop, or I'll tell the kingdoms. I don't know which one you're from, but it doesn't matter. We have contracts with... What? The All-Mortar Kingdom put you up to this? That can't be. Our kingdom has had the longest withstanding treaty with them. How... You're absolutely certain? You were sent directly by King Dubious. But that... And you're not the only one. Look, I know I have no right to ask this of you. And I don't know what the king is paying you or why he gave this order, but please, these woods are sacred. They're home to so many, and I beg you, please turn away. No, I don't have gold or anything else I can offer you. But I'm asking from creature to creature. Please do not destroy these lands. Thank you. I did not want to have to resort to violence, but I'm not above it. Not in this scenario, at least. You have to understand that these lands mean everything to some of us. And no matter what King Dubious or anyone else says, we deserve our home. The kingdoms have already taken so many from us old ones. But in order to keep the peace, we've kept out of it and we've kept to our lands. But the fact that he's encroaching on us like this means... I hate to ask, but I would like you to consider one more favor. Most people in the Elswood region have become ill-acquainted with human customs, save for the elves, I suppose. Many of us older creatures do not know much about modern-day diplomacy, and the only people who have kept in contact with, well, human nobility would be people such as myself. Protectors, guardians of the forests, spriggans, dryads, nymphs, demigods, that sort of thing. But even so, it seems we've largely fallen out of communication now, considering this ambush has come with no warning to me or my people. You know of the kingdom and its customs, and you know what people are planning to an extent. I know you might not have all the say, but you have some say. Fine. If you can't convince anyone of nobility or anyone of grand importance, can you at least have a word with the other foresters? You're right. I have absolutely nothing to offer you in return. But out of the goodness of your heart, please, consider. Like I said, I have nothing of monetary value or anything of real use to a human being, so I'm not sure what reward excuse me? I'm sorry, did you just ask me on a date in return for your good word? Of all the human audacity, that is certainly the most... Fine. I guess I at least owe it to you to hear you out. Never been on one before. Oh. Well, if it makes you feel any better, I haven't either. But obviously, I'm of the woods. Romance just hasn't ever been a thing I've considered. I mean, it's not something I've had to. But forgive me, this is not about me. How come you've never... That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Well, by all accounts, you have a... Shall we say a pleasing figure? Well, I'm not certain by what standards humans judge, but you appear to me to be very physically desirable. And you have a nice voice. So I guess I'm just surprised. Is that considered flirting where you're from? To me, I was just trying to be... Never mind. Look, Look, I don't know the first thing about dating, to be honest. Nobody's ever asked, and I've never inquired. But if that's what it'll take to get you to do this, fine. I accept. But you have to promise that you'll speak with them and that you'll do your best to... Okay. So what exactly, do people do on dates? What am I supposed to wear or do or... Just be myself. Are you sure that's what you want? You just want to get to know me. I'm not exactly sure you're like the person I turn out to be, but I'll try. Okay. This is really happening. Okay. You put in a word and we'll meet up tonight. And I'll try and keep my composure.